Welcome everyone, it's time for more Cyberpunk 2077, where last time we helped out River Ward a little bit more. We got into Night City Police Department and looked around for some information about a kidnapper. We saw a bit of footage, rather he showed us a bit of footage. I'm not 100% sure if it was the kidnapper that was shot by police or if that was an unrelated person, but in that video, or some other video maybe, he noticed that his nephew's shoes were worn by another boy, and well, his nephew was kidnapped, so that is why we're doing it. So gone is the mayoral debacle, so to speak, that is to say the dead mayor and the potential new mayor. We're not doing that anymore. Now it's very personal. We need to help out River, and yes indeed, let's see where this takes us. This is where we're starting this episode. We'll see what it makes of what we found in the police station in the previous episode, and we'll see where that goes. Hello River, what's up? And we're just driving apparently, in silence.
Okay, let me hear it.
Uh-huh, so you are fired. Why didn't you tell me that?
Lost your badge. Didn't tell me about it. Why?
I don't know.
Makes you a bit of a leadhead, don't it?
That it do. It's just, it's not easy for me to talk about what's biting at my ass.
Fair enough. Could tell me where we're headed, though.
To Joss's. Randy's mom. She thinks he just ran away from home. For now, keep the kidnapping between us.
I mean, that seems reasonable, yes, but Harris, presumably the kidnapper, I'm not really remembering the names here, and Randy's dad, right, yes, so Joss would be your sister, and yes, what about the dad? But alright, you know what, let's make it personal. What about Randy? Tell me more.
Tell me about Randy. What kind of kid he is?
Petty theft, drugs, running away from home. That kind.
Cop uncles really see the best in you.
There are people who always find their way into trouble. Randy's one of them.
Uh-huh, cool. So what about Randy's dad? Is he sort of involved in any way?
Where's Randy's dad?
Been a few years since he got popped. Gang war.
Great role model.
Josh was left alone with 3. But she's as tough as weathered leather.
Uh-huh, cool. And finally, yeah, what about Harris's place? Isn't that where we should be going?
Gonna tell me why we aren't trying to find Harris's apartment?
It's a house, and I doubt he's keeping his victims in his basement. And besides, we are trying. Want to see if we can find some connection to Harris at Randy's.
Pretty weak lead.
Best we can hope for just now.
I mean, sure, yes. And Yawun, that was the woman that we talked to. Is she gonna be a problem?
Not worried Yawun's gonna toe the line? Rat you out to her superiors?
Used to be friends. Doubt she'd do that. Plus, not that I'd use it, but I do know one skeleton she'd prefer remain tucked in her closet.
Uh-huh, cool. So maybe she'll even help us then.
Think Yawun will actually help us? All things considered?
Yeah. These tiffs of ours always end up the same way. I'll tell you about it over a beer sometime.
Well, I would love that, but for now, Randy should be our main focus.
Really ought to focus on finding Randy now.
Of course.
Alright then, I think that we are a little bit away from where we're going, so we shall indeed just skip the ride.
Alright, this is it. It's sure been a while. I used to come over every weekend, a long time ago.
And? Changed it all since?
Places like this never change.
Yeah, this kind of looks a bit similar to the place we were in the last episode, which I didn't mention now. Well, come off it, Johnny. So yeah, by the way, are you gonna be talking to someone or will you wait for me? I think you'll wait for me. Yes, we also met up with a person. We did Sinner Man, which I did end a little bit weirdly, I suppose. Yes, let's talk about that. I forgot that we did that in the last episode too. Basically, we found a person who had met God, let's say, in prison and wanted to sort of sacrifice himself for some reason. Not 100% sure why he thought that would be a good idea, but he did. And we could have kept going with that mission, but the corpo way to do it was apparently to just get more money from the sort of, let's call it the BD company that was going to record the thing when it happened. So we didn't get to do that. I can't really remember exactly what was going to happen. I know that you go to like the studio and maybe it was someone. I have like a small bug in the back of my head, so to speak, telling me that isn't there like someone coming to try and kill him? Because of the fact that he's trying to make himself out to be like a new Jesus or something. That could have been it, but not 100% sure. Anyway, let's continue. Let's get in here. Also, steal your money that you leave on your porch. Don't know why you would do that. Isn't this a lovely place? Is that nah, that's just boring stuff. Okay, do we have Joss?
River.
There's Joss. Hello, Joss.
You either got business with me or news about my Randy. Wouldn't drag your butt out here if you didn't.
Joss, meet V.
So V, is this about my Randy?
It absolutely is. He is probably kidnapped.
Randy's been taken.
Why didn't you call?
Joss,
Throw a blanket over the truth, like always.
I mean, no, we need to prepare for the worst.
We hope Randy's okay. But, you ought to prepare for the worst.
V, please.
Where's my Randy?
We don't know that, but we're trying to find out.
Then why are you here instead of searching for him?
Because we think that it might help, and also, yelling at each other won't do any good.
Arguing's not gonna help anyone.
He's my child. You got no place telling me how to behave.
Joss.
So, indeed, we need to look through Randy's stuff because there might be clues.
Listen, we need to look through Randy's things.
Why?
To find any lead we can. Trust me, Joss.
Just don't destroy anything. Randy doesn't like it when anyone pokes through his stuff.
Let's go, V.
The kids are playing outside. Tell them it's time to eat.
Well, alright then. Also, what's over here? Dubai, Sand and Death. Lovely. Alright then, so presumably one of these doors is going to be where we're going.
What's on your mind?
Think it's good she learned the truth.
That's the trailer. Eyes peeled for details, eh?
Uh-huh. Oh, do you have like a separate trailer then?
Monique, Dorian. Hey, guys.
Is this your partner?
Just a friend.
Well, pleasure doing business with you guys. You're supposed to
gonna
go in
stay
and
over?
eat.
We'll see. Your mom's waiting for you at dinner.
Yeah, there you go. Shove off. Go in there. We'll follow River, apparently. Don't go there. Nope, that's fine. Hello.
This is their old trailer. Randy moved in when I bought him a new one.
Real hellhole. Like in my good old days.
You check around, I'll check the trash.
Well, that's a lovely thing, yes. You check trash, I check other things. So luckily the game does indeed show us some stuff. There is a antique key here. Absolutely.
Got some
Grab
kind of key
that.
here. Real fossil.
Not quite what we're looking for, no.
But it might help. Get high at home. Alright. These days, when the police have so much more to worry about than whether the kids are smoking special cigarettes, when the silent drugs can be bought on any corner, we say, back to the basics. Why line producers and dealers' pockets when you can make your own concoctions in the comfort of your own garage? The following chapters will give you quick, easy to follow recipes for your favorite boosters. It's fun! Alright then, that's as dystopian as ever. Okay. Now, we do have some icons on the maps. I know that we can just check those, but I remember when I did this the first time that it was actually a bit wonky.
I can still see the nicks from those first years we measured the kids.
Those are some heavy ones, though. You don't have to overdo it, you know. So we have a guitar. Cool. Does that say mahogany and spruce? Strings are loose. Hasn't been used for a while. We also have a record player. Excellent. Disc scratched. Audiophile, fanatic of the dark music style. I like the owner profile. Alright then, yes, we have what definitely looks like quite dark stuff, potentially. That also is, that is very 80s. 80s horror movie style of depiction there. Alright, well, we can go into here. Check a pill bottle. Random spill container, traces of chemical substance. Well, it's a pill bottle, that's usually what's in them. Chemical substances. So, story checks out. Librum Arbitrium, a review. Pretentious banality dunked in sloppy symphonic sauce. So he's also reading some reviews of music. From Tainted Overlord, I suppose. I mean, I only read that name. It could have been more, I think.
Left his favorite hoodie in the closet.
That's potentially a thing. Did you find anything? That is just, River, look away. Look away real quick. Look away real quick. Look away. There we go. Thank you. So, this is the room. What's going on over there? We have the locked cabinet. We can check that out, obviously. We also have men's magazine. That is a lock for a key. This is actually not the one that we're looking at. Did we have anything else? We have Dear Mother Departs. Okay, the old die quietly, etc., etc. Nothing too interesting there, I think. Well, actually, okay, never mind. Maybe I should have read that. Alright then, with the key. I think it might have been the key that I missed when I did this the first time, because I was looking around quite a lot and did not understand what it was that I was supposed to do. But I think I actually missed the key then. So, let's...
Tainted Overlord.
Hello.
Favorite band?
You know him well.
Used to send him an album every year for his B-Day.
So typical items in the teenagers: room printing ink and bodily fluids. Bodily fluids, you say? What kind of bodily fluids? Alright then, let's check this
Some
out.
kind of game here. Shipping code on it.
You wanna talk about that, River? No, you don't care. Can we check that again? Okay, never mind, apparently. We are being moved towards something else. Back in here, apparently. Already... Oh, do we need to... Ah, we need to take the drugs.
Drugs?
Let's not go there.
Society's fault.
I mean, it usually is. Where are your glasses, mate? Okay, we have... Hold on. Why is the key here again? I took this key. We need to scan the key, though. Didn't I take the key? Hold on. Game? Or did I... Was I supposed to... No, but I can't... Yeah, okay. It's again being a bit weird, this... Oh, hello. There we go.
Expensive tech. Randy had to scratch for this?
You're joking.
Can we... Oh, hello. There you are. There we go. We again get the... We need to pick up the pills again? The key again? Hold on! What's going on in this game?
Hardware like this.
Why did the key respawn?
Way too pricey. And we gotta get in. But I doubt anyone knows the password. Can you crack it?
Well, I think I'll give it a try. I don't have the intelligence right now, but I think I actually know the password.
Don't know how, River.
Damn. Need to try to guess it then. What could he have?
Yes. Nope, apparently not. Can we not? Who's the girl? Can we have a... Where am I?
Come on, V.
Chill out.
Who's the girl?
Oh, there we go.
His ex, Natalie.
Uh-huh. Why would you have your ex in a pic?
Ex in the pic. What's her name? Natalie?
Gonna have to keep trying.
Ah, so we're trying that, but I know what it is. It's... Bloody hell. So are you saying that I did this the wrong way around? Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Randy's nickname.
Randy looks like his tag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. What did I just do? Okay, we can do a bunch. I know what it is. Okay, fine. Try that.
Give his tag a try. Be Randy.
That's not it.
So how could I have done this the wrong way around? I don't know. Alright then, fine. Let's play a bit of music.
Woohoo, Liberum Arbitrium. Dark shit.
Sound could use work, but you can tell they put blood, sweat, and tears into it.
Uh-huh, but it's... If it's playing, that's not how a record player works. Alright then, what do we say to River about that then?
Punch this track title. Liberum Arbitrium.
That did it.
Oh?
Help me have a look around.
Really? Is that it? I thought it was going to be the thing there, but apparently not. Alright. Let's have a bit of a look at your computer then. So, we have a bunch of files to begin with. Alright. At cart video.
Something deeply fucked about that cartoon. My skin's crawling.
I can see what you're saying. I mean, the cow has milk thingamabobs coming out of the udders, but then you have the stuff from the back, and then something is pumped into it. And you're slapping it around, which is also weird. All right then. By Glint of the Sword, Randy Kutcher. Volume 1 of the Blades of Doom Trilogy, Chapter 1. Silhouette of a gaunt female figure began to take shape among the ebb of the inky fog. By its long braid, the woman held a severed head, only one eye socket clearly visible. Decay had already long begun to melt the face's flesh, exposing the white of bone underneath. The other side fared much better. Then, without uttering a sound, the woman shifted her gaze to pierce the eyes of the weary warrior. "Come, kill me, I am ready for death," she shouted with a cold intensity, prepared to meet her end at last. Oh, is that literally what he has been writing? Cool. And Bulberith, genius psychopath, who was that then? Black metal has produced countless charismatic characters, but the uniqueness of Aidan Burroughs, known also by monikers Nama and Bulberith, is perhaps in a class of its own in the genre. Vocalist, guitarist, bassist, songwriter, ideologue. Some call him a genius, others AF and psychopath. When a person like Burroughs becomes defined by polar extremes, it's no wonder when he begins to arouse curiosity outside the metal world. There is no diminishing the lasting mark he's left in black metal, but even music more broadly. Most agree he was the driving influence for a new wave of metal artists and bands like Tainted Overlord, who have managed to claw their way up from the bowels of metal hell to the almost mainstream music scene. Cool. And then just a big amount of messages, and we have learned now that you read them from top to bottom. I hope, because I don't want to do this again. Alright, from Anthony. Oh,
like that.
what vehicle?
Blockaded street.
What?
Shit, River. I remember that day.
I haven't
It was
even
close
read
to
it.
an old
Chill
school.
out. Chill out. So, I meant to call, sorry, spent half the day sitting in my Thornton. Police had all of Watson blocked off and I was stuck in traffic for hours trying to cross town. That is basically, I assume, the day where we were driving there with Jackie. We were a bit sweet-talky though, so we got in. I kind of live in an area where I used to go to school, but it looks all different now, so trying to find ways past all those jams made it easy to get all turned around. Hope you're not mad. Hey, no problem, I needed to help my mom anyways, etc, etc. Do you have everything ready at your place? Almost. And then from Randy to Anthony.
True angel of empathy, this guy, huh?
Are we gonna comment on every bloody message? I just want to say thanks, guess in general I'm just holding on to the thought that there are more people like me out there dealing with the same shit. Why are you helping us anyway? So who's Anthony? I used to be like you, like all of you. I wasn't spared any of life's cruel twists and turns. Worst of it was when my best friend died, he says. Randy says, shit, sorry to hear that. Can I ask what happened? So, rare muscle disease. His body got weaker and weaker until he was a shadow of himself. I wanted to help him more than anything, but there was just no possible way I could. Of course, anyone who could help, he couldn't. Of course, anyone who could help. Alright, anyone who could help, he couldn't afford. If he just had the means, he could have bought some super drug or a new body, or I don't know. Worse luck than the disease was being born into a poor family. Anyway, that's why I do what I do. I couldn't help my best chum, but just maybe there are some people out in the world, I suppose, I can help. And more between them.
Figured out Randy's identity. Sent him the game as a present.
The one you found in his drawer?
The same. Shipping code suggests the prick sent it from the Badlands.
Why are we calling Anthony a prick all of a sudden? Do we even know who Anthony is at this point? I mean, I assume we are assuming it's the kidnapper, but how do we know? I don't know. So anyway, Anthony writes, hey, I hope you don't mind, but I used your my admin privileges to find you in real life. That is your home address. Sorry, hope it's not too weird, but I had a good reason. There's a gift on its way, a game called The Big Trouble in Haywood. You know it? Anyway, hope you like it. Have fun. And then Randy to Anthony.
This guy baited Randy like a pro.
I'm talking again, I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep doing it, I guess I'm just a piece of shit. So you're a perfectly normal person, Randy, you're just like anyone with an organic heart still beating in their chest. Remember, I'm always here to talk to understand you, to help you. I know you'll recover from this like you always have, so obviously a bit of grooming in some ways. And then we have Natalie writing to Randy. Thanks for yesterday. The city from up on that tower looked so beautiful. Honestly, I felt speechless. Though maybe that's just because I don't love heights. Really was nice, but maybe next time I take you into the city. Head to Japantown, grab a bite. You'll love it once you see it. And oh my god, the restaurant my aunt takes me to sometimes. So Nova. Just let me know. Love you, cutie. Yeah, of course. I had fun too. About this restaurant, we'll see. Not sure I'll have time, hard to promise anything, so we'll see. Well, you're a bit dejected, so to speak. So, from Natalie again, hey, you know you don't have to worry about Eddies. We already talked about this. Just let yourself be invited to something nice for once. Love ya. Sad smiley. And then Randy to Anthony, tell you what, I think your sights... Oh, hello.
Do you? Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
No. There's no way. Why would he do that?
Not only did they agree to meet, but it looks like Randy was as excited as any kid on his way to a theme park.
Fuck. This creep definitely scrambled Randy's head.
Indeed. Tell you what, I think your site's really Nova. I think I'm ready to finally meet up in person. Same time and place you wrote before, cause man, I just can't wait now. Okay, you sound like a little girl. Which is fine, you can sound like a little girl, but still. That's right, same as we agreed. It makes me happy to hear you're happy. Just one tiny request, delete that first email I sent, just in case. Don't want anyone sniffing around something that doesn't concern them. And then we have family from Anthony. I understand. I didn't have a normal family either. Wait. So now we're getting into this. Is this the right way around? I don't know. Anyway, I understand. I didn't have a normal family either. My mom died young and my dad, he just tried to give me a future. Wasn't easy though to make a living on the farm once the cattle pestilence took hold. Eventually it all just fell out beneath his feet. The cattle, the business, deep depression took his life. I'll tell you this, so you know you're not the only one who's lost a father. I understand you so well. The only real difference is it was nomads that stole your dad from you, and for me it was a corrupt corpse and their dirty money grabs. That's why I hide all my activity from corpse. Trauma team and Biotechnica would be all over me in a second if they knew what I got up to. But I don't have to explain all that to you. Randy, you get it. I know you'll keep all this just between us chumbas. Stay strong, buddy. I know you got it in you. And then from Randy to Natalie. Hey,
Natalie must have been the only person Randy trusted.
Can we view this page with a link?
We should be, but hold on. So hey Nat, check out the site Drugs Are Bad. When you're there, click on the image, the red one with the people in it. The hell is this? Some kind of cult? Like, how'd you even find this? Just cruising the net, doesn't matter. Winky face. Bloody hell. And then presumably Gale. Who the hell are you, Gale? Hey, you won't answer my texts, you won't answer my holos. Still alive, man. I have a special delivery for you from a Valentino Chum of mine. You just gotta pick it up. Anyone in Haywood would give both kidneys for this thing, and I'm still holding it for you free of charge, like some gonk. Do me a favor and answer, because I'm starting to get pissed. So are you like a drug dealer, potentially? So, what did you say? Drugs are bad. Click on the red one with people in it. Well, thank you.
Some kind of link. The one Randy wrote about?
Let's find out.
Okay, so it's never too late to change. Addiction can be defeated. Yes, to fight addiction is to go to war for your life. But together, hand in hand, we can emerge victorious. We know who the enemy is, how to outsmart him, his tricks and unexpected blows. We know where he strikes, how much force he uses, his weak points, and how to drive him back. For years, we've been researching the most effective strategies to fight drug addiction. Now we're putting them into practice. Lovely. So, click the image. Tony's shelter.
Set up by Anthony Harris.
Christ. I'm gonna be sick.
Alright, so... Okay, welcome to Tony's Haven, the place you've been looking for, the place where you can become the best version of yourself, thanks to Tony. I live here with my friends. They come here because they were fed up with seeing their life go to waste, just like you. Think of me as a farmer who looks after his livestock. Get acquainted and stick around. Together we'll show those old farms what we're capable of. Those old farms, okay. No idea what I'm talking about? Don't worry, I'll explain everything in good time. But it's time for you to decide, do you want to remain a shadow of yourself or become the person you always dreamed of being? Come on down. Okay, so we have some files. There we go. That's the file
here.
Deleted, looks like. But the name's still there.
That name. Wasn't the video file on Randy's comp called something like that?
Uh-huh, yes it was, we'll check that. And as for... But that was...
Jesus, River, this is fucked. Guy preyed on troubled kids. Made habit to target boys like Randy.
This is my fault. If I just paid more attention. Just talked with him more.
Hey, come on. You're not the one to blame here.
Indeed, you're not. So... Introduce yourself and stick around. I know who you are. You're the boy that's been rejected by society, left to fend for himself, misunderstood by his family and deprived of real friends. I was once like you. You can stay here as long as you like because you just found your new home. I have a secret special treatment that, oh, there we go, secret special treatment. That'll not only get you back on your feet, but will also free up that weight from your mind and shoulders, make you limitless. Everything you need to bust out of your shackles, you'll find them in my haven. You'll become superhuman, resistant to sickness, strong, healthy, invincible. Well, it's that paragraph right there, that's not good, is it? But before we do that, how about we get to know each other? First, shoot over a message at Anthony, bloody blah. Remember, you're one of the chosen ones. Alright then, fine, back to the video. Here it is.
Look, the name of this cartoon matches the missing file on Harris's page.
That's what we needed to find for Yawin. V, we've got it.
Randy must have downloaded it.
Sure, but V, don't you get it? This could be the key to Harris's mind.
Here's hoping.
Hey, can you use any of that Netrunner magic to shake anything else out of this?
Alright. Harris's IP address, you say? How would I get that from here? Like, if we go here, we do have a mail. That doesn't help. I'm not 100% sure, you know. Do we have anything? Okay, that was just that. This is just this. Get Harris's IP address. Can't click on the... How would you do that? Do we get anything from the site here? Okay. I don't think I know. Oh, hello. No, that's just that one. I mean, there's not a lot of stuff to click on. just saying. There's not a lot to click on. And we go to file, so it's not like I can... Oh, bloody hell. No. Potentially, I actually don't... Alright, I might need the intelligence to just sort of get that. Alright then, fine. No, I am very sad, but I can't do that.
Not that kind of magician.
Oh, okay. We'll have to manage without it.
That cartoon, River. Could be what we've been looking for. You said yourself we needed something to get Harris to dream. Send it to Yawin.
Right. Sending it now. Okay. Says she'll get back to me by morning. And that I am a son of a bitch. And, come on. Let's grab a bite.
Well, alright then. Let's get a bit friendly. I like how he walks. Just like a burly man. Which is fine, I suppose.
Listen,
it's a bit fun.
Let's not worry Joss more than we need to, huh? We're hot on the trail. We'll know more tomorrow. That's it.
Yeah, you don't have to be so wide-legged when you walk. You're not a cowboy or anything. But sure, hopefully that... Yeah, that question mark, or no, exclamation mark actually went away there. Lovely.
Dorian, please.
But it really tastes like boogers.
Joss, we're finished.
All done. Off to bed then.
We left some for you, Uncle River.
Thanks, Monique.
Tell me you found something.
I think we actually did, but we might know more tomorrow.
No more tomorrow.
I sent some evidence to the lab. There's a chance we could know where to find Randy by morning.
When's the last time you ate?
Yesterday.
Have mine. I'm not hungry.
Thanks. Maybe later.
Now you? No bullshit. Don't look at my brother, just tell me. Will you find my boy?
How the hell would we know? I can't promise anything.
I can't promise you anything, Joss. Except that we'll do our best.
You'll do your best.
Joss, you mind if V takes Randy's trailer for the night?
No? Sure.
Staying, right? You gotta help me see this through. To the end.
I don't gotta anything, but you know what? For you, River, I'll do it.
Of course I'll stay.
Find your way all right?
Yup. Gonna hit the sack soon.
So, we can also talk a little bit more to Joss, so... yeah, must be difficult with a bunch of kids and you all by yourself.
Can't be easy raising 3 kids on your own.
Well, it wasn't any easier with my husband. In fact, the best days were when he didn't come home. There were times I wished he'd disappear for a month, just to not have him hang around.
Uh-huh. So... yeah, that bad, huh?
That bad, huh?
His bike in the highway, that was his world. But at home, let me tell you a story. This one time he took Dorian into the city. Had some errand to run, just father and son. He came back that night, dead-ass drunk, raging at me for calling the cops on him.
Did you?
River found him in some dive and brought Dorian home.
Well, that's a bad story, but not the worst in some ways. So, does that mean that you're relieved that he's actually gone?
Must have been a relief then, when he left.
For weeks, I cried every night. My husband was killed, the father of my children.
I'm sorry.
Randy changed. He locked up. Not to mention the other 2 I still had to raise. Life was rough with him and without him. Sometimes there's no solution.
So, would you mind telling me how he actually died?
How'd he die?
Thale de Caldos told me he died an honorable death. Whatever the hell that means. They showed me his body, where his face used to be. Couldn't see the honor in that.
Well, that's nice. Jesus. So, alright then, what if we talk about something else?
Let's, change the subject.
2, just stay strong.
Hang in there, Joss.
Well, that was a nice subject change, V. Bloody hell, you're a talker. Alright then, let's go to bed, I suppose.
V, wake up.
Not done sleeping.
Yawin called. It worked. The cartoon. He's dreaming.
You got the BD?
Right here. Slot it in. Jack into the computer. I want to see it on the monitor.
Oh, bloody hell. We just got up, River. Can I get a cup of coffee or something first? Jesus.
That doc of yours is quick, not bad.
What's the matter with you, Anthony? I have to report this. I hope you understand that. This isn't normal behavior. Anthony, you killed Liam's turtle.
He was sick. He wouldn't eat, stayed in his shell. I just wanted to help him.
By injecting him with HGH? What were you thinking? Is this something your father taught you? Good people took you in, extended their trust. This is how you repay them? Your friend died. I understand. But that is no excuse.
Fuck you.
What did you just say? Okay, I've had enough. Principal's gonna hear about this. Your foster parents, too. I see. Like father, like son.
Ooh, let's pause, have a bit of a look. We're finding something.
School kid days.
Yeah, so we have a bulletin.
I recognize this shooting.
It was a case study back at the academy. Give me a sec to check which school that was. Laguna Bend. Oh, looks like the whole town got flooded in the 50s. Well, at least we know the general area where Harris lived.
Guess that'd be that.
You also have this one, if this is a different. The drugs are bad, potentially where he got it from. Alright then. Go back to Anthony here. See if there's anything else. Oh, hello. Yep, teacher. Not want to say anything about that. Nope. We also have a cup here, a trophy.
Old one. Dated from 2042. First place in an interscholastic wrestling tournament.
Was that it? Apparently it was.
Don't you dare talk about my dad!
That's right, you little shit. I know it all. Farm failed. Dad put a bullet in his head.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! You can't talk about my dad, you prick! You can! You can! He was sick, weak. I just wanted to help him.
Well, that's a bit weird. So, alright then. Yeah, that seems to be the end of this one. Oh, we have like multiple sections then. Alright then.
Tony! Where you going now?
So, now we're taking care of
looks even younger
a sick
here.
cow. Potentially.
See that?
Scan it.
Cow's sick, like the rest.
Property of a Biotechnica, apparently.
Come here!
Coming!
Okay. Father, do we... No, we don't care about the father. We care about this thing.
Looks like a cattle bioscanner. It's for checking vitals.
Uh-huh. Apparently important. Something else. There we go. There's father.
Got no way to ID him. Kid's father was a real hard ass.
Apparently so, yes, indeed. No visual. That's fine. Oh, that's actually quite interesting that it literally is, you know, scrambled his head, which is intriguing because this is supposed to be like a dream. So, yeah, Anthony really does not like his father that much, does he?
Tony, come here!
Yeah, Dad?
You forget something?
I asked you a question!
I don't know.
Choline and methionine levels. See anything odd?
Too low?
You were supposed to check before school. What do you gotta say for yourself? Cow's gonna die because of you. Gonna kill it like you killed your mama.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, just dial up her hormones. And shut off that goddamn cartoon! How many times I gotta tell you not to leave it like...
Alright, we have a thing. Here we go.
Cattle
Injection
injectors for hormones,
system.
antibiotics. People ate meat loaded with this shit.
Well, isn't that lovely? And also, yes, guess which cartoon it is, I suppose.
Half the day I spent trying to turn that shit off.
Oh, there was something. I just missed it. Q to rewind. Let's go back a little bit. Have some.
Supplements in the feed for disease-free livestock.
Uh-huh.
That shit off.
Was that important? Not 100% sure. But alright then, we're going to fix the hormone levels. Ooh, was that Johnny? Now I'm a bit curious. Was that supposed to be... Who's that? Who's that? Hello? Mom, presumably? Yeah, potentially mom. Ghost of, sort of. And some dead cows, a lot of blood for some reason. Don't know why you would splatter blood everywhere. Yep, there's the cartoon.
That's our cartoon. Little Tony really seemed to love it.
Guess that'd be that.
Alright, apparently we don't need to look at anything else. And now we're in a different
This
world.
might be the place, V. It's a recent memory. Gotta be his hideout.
And that was a person crawling away. No more cows. Alright, lovely.
Got some cables.
Okay. Sometimes what's important seems a bit arbitrary. Gotta be honest, yes, there's power in this place. Good job, V. Could not have figured that out myself. Everything looks a bit weirder, doesn't it? Ominous red lights and everything. We also have a clock.
Got a clock. An hour to midnight.
But also...
Looks like Peter Pan turned this farm into a goddamn final bastion.
Cool. Don't exactly know what that is. We have more stuff. A chest. Fuel.
Fuel? Must have been an auto shop or something here at some point.
Or, you know, he just wants fuel for a car. That's also a thing. Bloody hell. Geniuses, these two. So here we go. A person.
Fuck me. He treats the kidnapped boys like cattle.
Yeah, that's not a good look, is it? We also have some sound, apparently. Where do we have... There we go, over there.
Hearing what I'm hearing?
Trash barge. That's the signal to dump. Has to be a landfill nearby.
Okay. Nifty. On this occasion I do want to be sort of in his eyes because it's a bit fascinating, to be honest. Right, we have another person here.
Look, another one.
And also...
Machine controls an injection system for stimulants, hormones, something.
Yes, his special treatment. Lovely. Okay, so many things.
Fire department cert stamp right here. City South. Perfect.
I like how I read that as FONC certificate, but it was obviously FDNC. No, it's the FONC. And even more people here.
Don't see Randy anywhere.
Yeah, no clue. He's being very slow, even though we saw someone crawl away. He's not very keen on that, is he?
The terminal controls the pens. Gotta be another deck somewhere for the mines and turrets.
So we'll see if we can find that. He's being very chill about that guy crawling away, isn't he? Very, very relaxed. So we had two things. We have...
Signage on the farm model points to Petrochem.
I mean, farm model. Like the entire farm has a model number? That's weird. Also, yes. Afraid, nervous, elevated muscle tension? I would assume so, yes. Why the ominous red lights? What's up with that? why would you need that? Yeah, this guy is not feeling too good, is he?
And where are you up to, Mike?
Poor Mike. Alright, then we have something else to check. Where is that? Is that outside? Oh, bloody hell. I should probably rewind a bit. Get the thing to go up. There we go. What can I don't think that's it, but I can see that there's a fast travel point over there. They had it here even on this occasion.
Hey, the Illuminated Towers, promoting the Us Cracks album that came out then. The colors changed every hour.
I think that might be it.
Alright, lovely. Okay. No,
Not so sure, River. I think we ought to explore a bit more.
Yeah, I'm not done, game. What?
Okay. Let's go with your gut.
What's going on? Why can't I do it? Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go.
This one, V.
No. We're gonna see through to the end, obviously.
Probably right. Okay.
Come here, you rascal. You'll hurt yourself. Tony'll take good care of you. Easy now.
Well, he is a bit weird, wouldn't you know?
Okay, so where do we sit now exactly?
We know Harris still lives near an old school that's now underwater. You can see the NC skyline and the Us Cracks towers from the farm. It's a few miles out. Farm's located near a landfill. We know that too. Shipping code on the game Randy got from Harris traces out to the Badlands. Those towers promoting the Us Cracks album. Colors change regularly, once an hour. So we know the time.
11 at night.
Right. And that puts the farm east of the city. Southeast, actually. Stamp on the NCFD certificate was from the southern region. Farm model's a petrochem design, so that eliminates any others. Which narrows it down to Edgewood Farm. That's gotta be our place.
So, we've got it.
Just hope we didn't fuck it up. Come on, we gotta go.
Absolutely. But not in this episode. That is what we'll do in the next one. So, yeah, this mission is... It's all kinds of messed up, yes. But it's also very, very interesting, and I'm very, very sad that I actually didn't showcase this in my first playthrough of the game. Still don't know exactly why I mean, okay, I kind of know why, because I think I did this, and I mentioned this in the last episode as well, I think, which is that I did this mission between recordings, but at multiple locations, I think, which means that when I finally realized what was going on, it was a bit too late to sort of reverse the recordings that I had done. I didn't want to re-record too much, but yeah, this is a disturbing one. So we'll get to the conclusion in the next episode as we go to the farm and check it out, see if we can find Randy. And potentially other youths as well, wouldn't you know? We shall see. Maybe Mikey is a person we can save. Who knows, eh? So, yes indeed, the conclusion to River's little personal mission is going to be resolved in the next episode. For now though, this has been ghostmutgaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.